Good morning, everybody. It's the day, right? It's freshly showered. My hair's wet and slicked back, and as fresh as I'll ever be. A couple really important things I need to talk about this morning, though. Well, one really important thing, and I'll get to that in a second. Um, it's about 5:30. For those of you that know me, you know I don't sleep a whole lot. I'm one of these people that lives on 3 to 4 hours sleep a day, and usually it's pretty broken. And last night was no different. Last night was probably less, so I'm really going to be on fumes later today. But I think I'm also going to be high on some energy. I've met so many supportive and wonderful people that have been essentially strangers or just mild acquaintances before this idea, and to think that only 7 or 8 weeks ago this was an idea that hatched in my brain while just laying there, and here we are today. There's certainly a sense of accomplishment just with that alone. I can't imagine what it's going to feel like when I'm completed with this and have met so many people. Most everybody has been so wonderful and supportive so far. I can't tell you how much I appreciate that. And I don't know that I'm looking forward to the departure. I'm looking forward to about an hour after the departure because it's going to be a tough emotional day. Yesterday was not a good day for me. Not because of anything drastic, just because saying goodbye to so many people. Um, and no offense, not so many people. Saying goodbye to 3 or 4 people. Hard. Hard. Last thing I want to do is upset anybody. In my mind, I'm doing this for my children. Good Lord. And their reaction was priceless. I'm going to try to stop by this morning real quick, leave them a note. I don't want to wake them up, and I don't want to get them upset. They will not be at the send off. I'm telling myself I don't want to do it to them. But hell, I don't think I want to do it to me, so just trying to get my head clear. I got to get my head clear for my next topic, too. Anyway, so if anybody's wondering how my last day or night went, it was pretty sleepless. So many thoughts running through my head, and it was hard. It was a hard day. Um, Weather-wise, it was fantastic this morning. Just, oh my God, it's ridiculous how beautiful it is. If this is an omen as to how this journey is going to go, at least I got that going for me. Literally, it's been the best 2 days of the year thus far, bar none, and probably for the rest of it. It's just perfect. 80, 82 degrees, no humidity, clear skies, little breeze, fantastic. So, anyway, enough about that. Let me talk about something else I have to talk about, um, just because I have to. Not quite sure. Anyway, let me just get into it. So, as we know, it's very romantic and to sit there and think about, well, I'm going to walk off the job and I'm going to walk into the sunset and put my faith in God and people and humanity and somehow it's all going to be okay. And it's very romantic and kind of cool to be like a modern day wimpy John Wayne, just walking off into the sunset. But, that's what I've chosen to do. And I guess luckily for me, there's some people out there that are a lot more practical, smarter than I am. So what happened is, I think I've talked to you about two friends of mine that have really been instrumental in me getting the social media aspect of this done. I could never, ever, ever have done this without them. Adam was kind enough to get me started and has been a dear friend of mine for a lot of years, and I love him for so many reasons. And then, new to my life, just because he believed in me when I was doing and wanted to help and has tremendous skill, is Toby. And he's just been amazing, and he's been so critical in getting all the stuff linked up, and the drone video, which was so powerful on the news, and that cheers me up when I see it. Um, so anyway, these two gentlemen have really been, and will continue to be, the backbone of what I do. I'm really doing the easy stuff. I'm gonna walk, try not to screw these videos up. I'm going to try to live. I tried that one time with my kids jumping in the pool, live Facebook. Um, I'm still screwed up. I have my own personal email and then the site, Facebook rather, my own personal Facebook, and somehow things get to the personal and not to the site. And I promise I'm going to try to work it out. But these two gentlemen have been so critical. Anyway, what I need to talk about is that I guess this was in the back of Adam's head for a while, and he knew I'd fight him on it. So he came to me over the weekend and said, look, you're going to do something amazing. But I can't let your family suffer. So he said, I want to start a GoFundMe page for you. And, God, just talk, Jim, just talk. Hang on, guys, I'm sorry. Anyway, he doesn't want my family to suffer. He doesn't want me to lose a house. He doesn't want my kids to not have to, when dad comes back, to have to rebuild. And that's okay. I'm prepared to do that, but I also respect and appreciate, what it is he's doing. So we talked about it, and as he predicted, I fought him on it for a good while. And, at some point, his practicality won out and said, look, you can fight me all you want. I'm doing it with or without you, because that's what I believe in. So instead of fighting a good buddy on this and probably trying to let my own bravado trump his, I said, okay, well, let's think about this together. So I said, if you start a GoFundMe page, I've never done one of these things. How does it work? What do you do? And he explained to me a little bit about what it does. And I said, well, look, why don't we do it this way? As I started this journey, I expected to do this just for my kids and then for myself. And ultimately, that's still what the game plan is. But as I've gotten so much support out there, I've realized, I was just speaking to these folks in the pizzeria yesterday, point the thumb is such a beautiful, simple concept. And why couldn't this thing take off? Why couldn't this thing become huge? Why couldn't 10 years from now, every classroom teach the point the thumb mantra? Why couldn't every household with kids teach the point the thumb mantra? I mean, just think about it. It's such a simple thing. Why couldn't every relationship where there's a disagreement and there's, something of hostility, even for a brief moment, why couldn't point the thumb come into play to help them calm those things? I mean, even on a larger level, I'm going to be looking to go to Ferguson, Missouri to talk to folks that were involved in, an armed man being shot and causing race riots. And, if everybody had some perspective just to at least ask, let's point the thumb. What did this person do? What did that person do? Let's put ourselves in their shoes. Maybe some of that hostility wouldn't be so enraged. Anyway, so in my heart of hearts, I really don't see any reason why this can't just take off huge. The only way we're going to be able to take it off huge is with people like yourself that believe in me, that are going to let me do the legwork and the heavy lifting. But behind the scenes, we'll be talking to friends, to neighbors, and passing the word and saying, hey, just listen to what he has to say and how simple it is, right? So that's where we're at. But in doing this GoFundMe thing, yes, I'm going to have some household bills I'm going to need to take care of from the road that I don't have a job and I don't really have savings for. And I'm not necessarily prepared to make all those payments, but I'm going to find a way. That's part of the story. If I have to pick up day work 3 weeks from now because something's not getting done, working the day and walk at night, that's what I'll do. I'll figure something out. I always do. I play a song for my kids called Find a Way. I played it before, and that's my mindset. However, I regress. So back to the GoFundMe. It's not set up yet. Today, I think Toby and Adam are going to work together to link that to everything. I believe the GoFundMe is set up, but without being linked to anything, it's useless. But Adam was saying, hey, we got to put a dollar amount out there that is fair to the people. So you have people that only want to donate $5 or $10 that they think they're giving to something, and you want to have it big enough that it has an impact on you and your goals and your dreams and what you want to do. So that's what we talked about. So I told Adam, look, if we're going to do this, if I'm going to commit to this and allow this to happen, I want to go big with this. And the reason being is that you've heard me talk about two charities. There's so many wonderful charities, there really are. But there's two charities in particular that are so near and dear to me. Maybe I shouldn't say one is near and dear to me. One I just have amazing respect for. I can't claim that I have a reason to support it as I do. But the first one is St. Jude's Children's Hospital. As I said, what they do is just amazing. Danny Thomas started this hospital for parents of ill children, and they can go there and they can not have to worry about any financial impact. They don't have to worry about where to stay and arrangements. People help them. There's programs for them, and they're not the only one. There's Shriners and there's other hospitals throughout the country that do such amazing work. But for some reason, I've been given to St. Jude's for a long time. As I mentioned in a book yesterday, The Right Words at the Right Time by Marla Thomas, which happens to be the daughter of Danny Thomas, who was the founder. So anyway, what I'm challenging us to do is let's go big with this. The other charity I believe wholeheartedly in is the Disabled Veterans of America. You've heard me talk about kneeling for the anthem. We don't live in a perfect country. I don't think there's anybody, the most devout believers of our country, staunch believers in our country will not tell you it's perfect by any means, but it is the greatest country in the world. It's not even close. There's a reason why so many folks want to come here. And we have people that go and dedicate a portion of their life to protecting this country and serving this country. And I'm not here to argue politics on this. I'm not here to argue war, should we, shouldn't we. I'm not here to argue any of that. I'm here to respect men and women that do something that I don't either have the courage, the ability, or the fortitude to do, and that is to sacrifice themselves. I'm going to be away from my children for 5 months on a journey, walking, meeting people, and smiling, hopefully. And that's hard. These people sign up and get on a plane and go live in a tent in the sand in places, away from their family for sometimes 18 months at a clip. And sometimes they come back for a short hike, and guess what? They're right back off again. And then when they're out there protecting this country that allows my children and myself to live with liberty and freedom, sometimes some bad people do some really bad things to them, or just life itself takes some toll on them and does some really bad things to them. And they come back to this country disabled, missing body parts, disfigured, changed. And I had 3 or 4 people change me emotionally as a person to the point that it prompted me to get out and do this walk. These people come back changed for life, not just emotionally but physically. And the least thing I could do, or the most American thing I can do for these folks, is to take and donate money to the Disabled Veterans of America. So, Disabled Veterans of America Association. So my challenge to you folks out there is, if you believe in me and what I'm doing and you want to help me, certainly I appreciate that gesture in any capacity. If it's getting me a water on the side of the road, if it's saying here's $10 or $100 for you and your family, that's great. But I don't need a lot of money. I don't. But I'm going to challenge us all. I would love to someday have my last video being to take this GoFundMe check. And my goal is to give both the Disabled Veterans of America Association and St. Jude's Children's Hospital $100,000. I don't know that it can happen. It might be a pipe dream, and it might start off slow, just like this journey is going to start off slow. But as it builds, and it builds momentum, if you ask your friends, if you ask your family, if you let them know and see the video and see the passion, or hear the passion in my voice, know that this is something I believe in. And I just think it'd be an amazing gesture to think that some common guy with a bunch of common friends can make a statement in that regard. So I'm sorry I'm such a crybaby. I don't mean to be. I'm just an emotional guy, especially right now. Maybe I got my period coming. I don't know. That's a bad joke. I'm sorry. Anyway, time's wrapping up. So looking forward to this morning. Time's running out quickly. It's not quite time yet. I'm only right twice a day with my son's watch, but the cool thing is I can go in the shower with it and the pool with it. I don't have to worry about it being broken because it is what it is. Anyway, I'm trying to make light of something to calm myself down. But guys, please, if you believe in me and what I'm doing, let's set a challenge out there together for all of us. Let's go help a couple of organizations. Thank you to Adam and Toby for everything they've done. Thank you to Kira, Grace, and Landon for supporting your dad and loving me so unconditionally. Thank you to Heather for, basically being not just a great mom and a great friend, but someone that's going to have a lot of responsibility on your plate while I'm gone, because I know you've looked to me to help out so often, and you haven't given one negative word about it. I made this about you. I love you for that. My little dog Luna, I love you. I said goodbye to you yesterday. You're probably gonna miss me the most. I never saw a dog addicted to a person before, but you're cute as hell. But boy, you have your issues too, little girl. But I'll put you in these goodbyes from now on too, Luna. So, guys, I also have a lot of pictures to post from this week and I haven't got there yet. I'm gonna try to live stream some video. I'm doing the best I can out there. Please understand, and have yourselves a great day, great week. Take the journey with me. 5 months is gonna go by fast. 5.5. I'm hoping to do it in 5. I want to be back early December to see my kids. I love you all. Thank you for listening and taking part. I'm going to try the video again later today. Hopefully somebody sees me out there and I have a place to stay tonight, but I'll keep you updated. Thanks, guys. Have a great day.